Welcome back, folks. The first pitch of the GPAC softball season. It's going to be thrown on Thursday, and if you're ready for those spring days at the Diamond, you're not alone. Taking a look at the latest GPAC preseason coaches poll for softball, the Midland Warriors with 6 first-place votes picked to finish at the top, but Siouxland, you are not far behind. Morningside and Northwestern each picked up 3 first-place votes as well, but the Mustangs were picked to finish second, the Red Raiders third. The Dordt Defenders, right on the heels of the Red Raiders, picked fourth. Mount Marty tied with Hastings in voting. They're in the 7th spot, and not much faith this season in Briarcliff. The Chargers, they were picked to finish 11th. Speaking of GPAC softball, the Morningside Mustangs held their 2026 Spring Sports Media Day earlier. The Mustangs softball team, represented by head coach Brooke Pruner, as well as senior pitcher Morgan Sikora. Coach Pruner was very optimistic as they return a plethora of players from last season's squad that went 35-19 and won a pair of games in the NAIA Softball Championship opening round.
We return 4 pitchers, 3 of which are seniors for us, and then really up and down our defense, you're going to find upperclassmen all the way through 2 catchers, junior, senior. Our middle infielders are seniors, and then we have a couple outfielders, 3 outfielders that are juniors and seniors.
A plethora of experience returning for the Mustangs there. One of those returning players is right-handed pitcher Morgan Sikora. Last season, she went 16-7 with a 2.47 ERA, but she, as well as other pitchers in the maroon and white, they've been hard at work to improve for this season.
We're always helping each other. Like, a lot of times we'll be like, hey, can you stand in and watch this pitch, see how it's moving, tell me what you think looks weird, or like, how could I make this better? So we learn a lot from each other, and I think it comes with, like, we compete with each other as well, so it's a very respectful, like, fun competition that we get to have with each other.
Now the Mustangs begin their season up in Sioux Center on Sunday, February 8th as they take on Benedictine. First pitch is set for 2 p.m.